Now, Space, I tuned in to see a map on Pearl River. Why are you showing us this battle on Mountain Pass? Well, it's the FV. It's a fun tank. This isn't a very long battle, so let me just show you what this is all about. Right now, I'm worried about what's around that corner, and I don't want to go around because I don't want to lose all my health points. I'm a TD, I don't have that many, but luckily for me, there's a nice Tiger 2 there. Who's gonna take the hit for me? Yep, that was a T-30 that hit him. Now this T-30 thinks he's going all hull down. He's not. He was showing his weak hull, and even against an FV shooting HESH rounds, even if that hits the thickest part of your armor, it's going to do some damage. It's going to take a lot of luck for it to hit the tip of your gun and do none. And even then, it's probably going to knock out your gun. Now I'm going to go this hill very carefully, just because I know there's lots of enemies over here who have conveniently all went around the corner. That leaves me a corner here to hopefully be able to hide behind quite easily. And I have to go down this hill carefully because I have killed myself going down this before. And it was pretty much just as careful. It was in the T-54. I had about 100 health points left, and I guess I just went a little too fast and hit the bottom, and that was it. Let's continue on though, see if we can find any stragglers. They have really moved up there quite quickly though, that's kind of surprising. But no problem, finish off what the low has left. And then see what other kind of targets we can find. Oh, and speaking of which, there's the whole enemy team all rolling up the hill at the same time, very smart. Too bad none of them really looked behind him. We just did over 1,700 damage there in that one shot, right in the back of that Jagdpanzer E100. Ouch. That's got to do some damage. I thought I could kill him in one shot. I was aiming for the most dangerous target that I thought I could kill. Unfortunately, it was just not quite a high enough roll. We still had a decent roll. I can't complain, but it just wasn't quite enough. Now, looking at the mini-map, I could see that their medium was coming back to me. I don't know where he went, but there's an IS-7 here. Let's see if we can pick him off. Okay, we did kill him. Even if we had a high roll there, we still wouldn't have likely killed him. That's fine. He's coming this way, though. We're going to hide behind this rock and reload. And this is one of those times where you're all worried about that medium coming back around the corner. You're thinking, reload faster, reload faster, reload faster, because if that medium comes around, he's going to kind of use some trouble. But luckily, we at least have that bad chap behind us to give us some cover. He just fired. Now I'm going to peek up. He tries angling his armor, and he does it pretty good. But I still have that lower plate to shoot into. And at this range, even with the gun as inaccurate as this thing's, hitting that target is pretty easy. Now, we're not going to have enough time in this battle to finish off the last enemy, just because it has ended. But hey, that was a lot of fun. Got ourselves high caliber. That's a pretty common thing to get in this tank. I find myself getting those mastery badges quite often too. I'm not even sure if I've gotten that ace tanker yet. I'd have to look at my stats. Probably. But regardless, it's a fun tank. And you can hate me all you want for shooting gold rounds the whole time. Those HESH rounds. But man, they are fun. And at the beginning of this battle here, you're going to see exactly why I shoot HESH rounds more than than armor-piercing rounds. You're going to see me first off load an armor-piercing round. Why? I guess my logic is, well, the first shot, I might want to do it on the move. And considering the HESH rounds cost 8,000 credits per shell, just because they're premium rounds, big premium rounds, well, if I want to miss a shot, then I'm going to want to use armor piercing. Sure, regular high explosive is even cheaper, but seeing how this thing can only hold, what, 12 rounds in total, I don't really want to make room for high explosive rounds. I'll just suck it up and spend extra credits. So I loaded a high armor piercing, hoping that if someone peeked over the ridge there in the middle, because remember, there's a middle to this map now in 9.0, that I would be able to take a pot shot, probably miss, but hey, it wouldn't cost me a fortune. Now then, this Waffenträger is very cautiously peeking around this corner, which is understandable, waiting for those other more heavily armored heavies to go around the corner first. Makes sense. And it's probably a good thing. If he would have went around alone, he would have soon encountered this. I'm going to spoil it for you. An IS-7 that's going to peek around the corner here. And sure, the Waffenträger might have been able to do some damage, but that IS-7 has a very thick turret. Speaking of which, there's that armor piercing doing nothing to the front of that IS-7's turret. No surprise there. I took it hoping that my 310 to the 305 or 310 millimeters of penetration would do something, but aside from his turret being super bouncy, he's also angled on a hill, so the chances of that are pretty much zero. Now then, we're just going to wait here while we reload. Oh, we're reloaded. How convenient. And wait for this IS-7 to make a mistake. We have a Hesh round loaded now, so that's a high explosive type. It still has several hundred millimeters of penetration, but not quite the 310 that the armor piercing has. Now, we just be patient and wait for this IS-7 to make a mistake. You can see his gun, his machine gun sticking above, but we can't hit that. Our shell will just go straight through that and do absolutely no damage, of course. Come on, peek over. Come on. Stop teasing me. There you are. I hit him with a Hesh and it did no damage. You could hear my commander yell out critical hit, so maybe I took out his gun, or at least damaged his gun. But that's what happens sometimes when you hit the guns with high explosive rounds of any type, including these Hesh rounds. It just does no real damage. Oh, more shots bouncing off its turret. He took a little bit of damage there, and now we're going to shoot this shell. How did that go through? To do that much damage, it had to be a penetration. Wow. But that was his turret, almost the front of his turret. He did have it turned a little bit, but I still doubted that would ever go through. I was expecting like a 500 damage roll there, just because of the high explosive effect. But wow, I don't know if that actually went through his turret, or if it went a little low and clipped part of his hull, but still, that would be pretty bouncy. These shells shouldn't go through that, so maybe, just maybe, I managed to hit the tiny little spot between his turret and his hull, the turret ring. Now look at this guy. This TD scares me. I'm a little nervous to go after him at first, but then after a second he all realized, oh, Waffentrager's taking some damage, but he's returning fire. He'll be fine. But I'm realizing this guy's distracted, so let's just peek on over. He's trying to hide, but I have the high ground. Now then, who's next? I'm a little nervous now. I'm always nervous after I fire a shot. You have to make sure they count in this thing. The number of times I've missed a shot in this, and it's cost me my tank. It's just ridiculous. So you gotta make sure that every shot counts. Speaking of which, there's a Yogg Tiger there. He might shoot me first. Probably not, because he just fired. But whatever. Get his lower plate. We could have killed him with our armor piercing there. Would have saved us a little bit of credits there. But that's fine. Now the next shot you're going to see me do is on this E75. And you can see that both those tanks there are on very low health. And remember, these Hesh rounds, being high explosive rounds, do have a splash radius. Well, there goes that guy. So what I'm going to try to do here is shoot the E75 as close to the T110 as I can. And I was praying that the splash damage would kill them both. But it just wasn't enough. That's fine though. We're going to go in for the ram. And tap. And boom. Okay, we only did 8 damage to the T110. But we took 50 ourselves. Whatever, I can live with that. That's only 50 damage we've taken. That's fine. We won't need it. I hope. Now, let's let the heavy go around first. I know he has less health points, but who knows who's creeping around that corner. He has better armor anyway. I'm going to take the low road here. This is where I've kind of decided that I like to go recently. And just because there's more cover. If you go across the bridge and stick your nose out, then anything on that ridge line towards the enemy's base is going to be able to spot you before you spot them, because they have lots of camo. They have lots of bushes and concealment to hide behind. I'm just going to sit here and wait patiently. Patience is a virtue. For either of those big TDs to come around the corner. Plus, I don't know where their scout is. Not a big threat, considering that all their TDs are, in theory, at least distracted. But, well, I still have to be careful. And there's the scout up there. Oh, oh, can I hit him? Can I hit him? Not quite. Now, I'm probably spotted. I assume that I'm spotted. I don't have 6th Sense yet in this. Since this battle, I have finished training 6th Sense, but at this point, didn't have it. Oh look, there's the E3. Not anymore. And that was kind of a waste of a Hesh round to do 61 damage. That definitely cost me a few thousand credits. But hey, it's a kill. I'll take it. And that was my Top Gun. So I can't really complain. Now then, looks like the only real threat left is that enemy FV, and he is a good player. He's a very good player. According to XVM, he's a better player than me. So I should be afraid. Oh, and he just finished off the Waffentrager. Waffentrager still had something can't remember how much, but lots of health. But being an FV, shooting him in the turret, it's easily a one-shot kill with Hesh rounds. Now then, we both have quite a few health points. Chances are, we might one-shot each other, but probably not. I'm going to go up there and hunt for him, though. I feel confident. I think I can survive a shot. I should be able to survive a shot, in all likelihood, against him, regardless of where he hits me. I hope. So let's creep on up. And now, get ready for the most awkward moment you can have in World of Tanks. Oh, look. Nothing. Oh, look. Two big guns meet. We hit each other, we track each other. We both have long reloads. Well, now what do? We have a little conversation in the chat. Like, so, what's up? This is awkward. Little does he know, and hopefully he hasn't done the same, I have outfitted this tank to reload as fast as possible, so I can almost guarantee that I'm reloaded faster than him. We're trying to angle our tanks to survive a shot the best. But I'm reloaded fastest, and hey, regardless of where I hit him, he was probably gonna die. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed. Hope you're not sick of this FV215b 183. That's still a mouthful. Hope you're not tired of it yet. But it is an awesome tank, and I love playing it. On those nights where I'm just having a bad time, I always switch to this thing, and it just lightens my mood. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.